Hi everyone, I'm Isaac. I'm a price action trader studying Al Brooks um, BTC price action course. This is my first live stream, and I'm thinking of doing these just as a personal journal, not as a teacher because I'm not one of the presenters in the Brooks daily webinars, their trading room. And also, I'm still working towards improving myself, although I think I have gotten better over time. Um, so today is Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. And I would just like to go over today's RTH session. It's Christmas Eve, so Um, obviously not much to look at today, but I did watch the market and I noticed there was a move today, and it's also worth it just to go over um, the daily chart, weekly and monthly chart as well. Okay, so with that, why don't we look at the monthly chart? Oh, by the way, so in the description of this video, I put a disclaimer, I think from the CBOE website, um, just about the risk of trading futures. So just to cover myself there. Here's the monthly chart. So a bunch of bull bars, um, and then finally we have one bar here with a tiny bear body. So this, I would think, well, we're almost at the end of the year, end of the month. So this, I would think the bulls want to try to close above this as much as possible. Bears obviously want to close. I don't know how low they can close now, but maybe close under the high of the previous month's bar. Um, but still, I mean, look at this. Look at these, all these bull bars, right? And it looks like we're trending up here anyways. So bears have too much to do here on the monthly chart to really start to turn things around. Let's look at the weekly chart. Okay, so we had like a dip here, and then a spike here, and then it continued going upward. Um, kind of channeling up, and yeah, I could see the bulls wanting to close as high as possible. Um, definitely wanting to close above the high of 2 weeks ago. See this See this bear body here? So the high of that, if they can close above that, that strengthens their case. Um, Bears, of course, want to try to close below that if they can. There's not much time left in the year, in the month. So let's see what they can do. This is the daily ETH. So it includes the overnight hours, like the after hours price action. Um, so yeah, it just looks like a trading range. And yeah, big down, big up right here. Um, I mean, looking at this, I'm not really sure what to say. Perhaps the Bulls want to reach this high. I'm not too sure. Um, so what high is that? 6987.5. But after all these bull bars, um, yeah, Bears would have to have a really big print um, to strengthen their case. I'm sure they'd want to close this gap too. Are there any targets? I mean, we're coming close to. We're not too far from 7,000. I mean, we did reach there back here in October. Yeah, maybe they'll try to go there again. Maybe make a new all-time high. Anyways, here's the daily RTH, and that is during 8:30 to 3:15 Chicago hours. And here is our daily bar for today. And so we opened down here, and I just thought, okay, maybe they'll want to get to the high of this day, which was I can't even see what date that was, but sometime last week, right? Or last week Friday. So what are we on today? This is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday. So what is that? Like 2 Thursdays ago? Yeah. So I thought that we might want to reach here and maybe punch above it, and then maybe try to get into this territory here, but at least going above this. So now we look here, and this is the 5-minute RTH, and this is what I normally trade. So so what I'll do is I'll measure this here, and then I'll show you here. So I think what happened was this is the opening range. They're trying to break upwards. I think it was actually a small gap up from yesterday's close. Yeah, so this here is yesterday's close, and so Brad usually does these end of day reviews where he goes bar by bar, and usually here he says that the first bar, I think it's 80% chance of sellers above and buyers below. So that's what we're seeing here. But then the bulls bought the close of that bar 2 on bar 3, trying to get above yesterday's high, right? So this here's yesterday's high. And then here we had kind of a doji with a bull body, but then a strong bull bar here. I think it's it just closed above bar 3 there, and then a doji with a bear body, but this looked more bullish. You see that wick below there, and then on top of that, this next bar, I took it as a signal bar. Now I didn't take any trades today because it's Christmas Eve, but I still looked, and I took this as a signal bar because it's because after bar 3 getting pushed down by bears, and then bar 5 and 6 the bears trying to push down, the bulls still showed that they can still push here. And so I thought it was worth it to take the buy, and just take a measured move trade based on this range here, this opening range. And so sure enough, that's what we got. In fact, we got a 2R of that. So that looks pretty good. And then from there, we got, I don't know, maybe a small pullback trend or like a micro channel. Um, I did notice here there was a bit of a pause at bars like 11, 12, 13, 14 before continuing upward. So at the half hour. Then at the 1 hour, I thought if I were in this position, if I were in a buy here, I probably would have gotten out because I only trade one micro right now. So yeah, and then of course the next bar 21, we continue past that 1 hour, right? I wasn't sure if this was a final exhaustion, but um but I kept on watching and I noticed again, bears try to push down, and then but the bulls push back up. They go again, and here I thought, okay, maybe buy again. Um, yeah, again a little bit of a pause, but then the bulls continue pushing up. Excuse me. And then just before the 2 hour, there's a bit of hovering around, and we're going into we're forming an expanding triangle here. And in my experience, expanding triangles after a move upward. Last time I saw this, I think it was last week. Usually it comes, the market comes tumbling down, and then maybe it'll try to come back up, um, touch the expanding triangle, and then come back down again. But again, this being a half day, there wasn't much we could do because the market ended at 12:15 Chicago time. Anyways, um, yeah, again, it's my first time streaming. It's just a practice, and yeah, I just want to get people's feedback. Um, I don't know if Al Brooks or any of the Brooks Trading Room people are gonna see this. I do have some friends from there, who maybe want to give their feedback. Um, or we can learn together. Although I do prefer to hear from someone who knows better, who's a little more confident. Um, so yeah, just let me know what you thought of my analysis, which honestly I didn't have much to say today. Um, I mean, the only other thing that I could add here is when I was looking here in the morning, I usually look at 15-minute chart as well. And so this 15-minute chart, all these bull bars make me think, well, okay, Al Brooks says you got to get in, right? Just buy. If I were making trades based off of this, yeah, I would just buy and get ready to scale in, um, if I need to. So yeah. Um, and where do I think we go from here? Well, tomorrow's Christmas, so market is closed. I think the market is open on Boxing Day. And where will we go from there? I have no idea. Depends if we gap up or down, wherever the market may start. Um, I can see the bulls wanting to break above here and make a new all-time high. Um, yeah, I mean with this V-shaped pattern, maybe the bears will want a bit of a pullback, but then I could definitely see buyers below the next bar if that were to happen. Anyways, um, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. And guys, uh, please leave your comments, any feedback, and yeah, any criticisms you have for me. Please keep in mind I am still watching the Brooks video course. It's my second run through. And yeah, I've only been in the webinar for I've only done it for like maybe 6 months before going back to the video course. And yeah, as for my presentation skills, just keep in mind I'm I'm just practicing, and I'll probably do better the next time. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good Christmas, have a good holiday, and see you all soon. Bye for now.